square this up. Just barely. It's gonna work out really well. I'm kind of surprised by it, so I don't know. I was a little worried about being able to put a mount on the dash so the GoPro could face me, but it worked. It worked really, really well. Okay, so there have been other things going on that I've been trying to do in the last couple of months. So one of the things is that I built a tool. Okay. Now listen to me. This was not what this was intended for, okay? So I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna explain it, and then I'm gonna show you some video about what it does. And then also I put my water tank in, so we'll get to that here in a minute. But okay. What is it? Okay, it's a robot. That's what I'm calling it, because if kids in high school can build remote control robots, so can I. And I can call it a robot, so that's what it is. Now, what is it really? I feel like a kid every time I pull this out and start showing people, this is my robot. I made it out of a remote control tank and a Wi-Fi camera, and I put a big battery pack on the back and some lights on the front. You can see them light up, and the ones on the back, and so it's really cool. And his name is Gunther. So his name really is Gunther. That's not a joke. God, I'm so ridiculous. But anyway, what is this for? It's a Wi-Fi camera, Blue Rams Wi-Fi camera. I'll put it down here in the bottom. The tank is off Amazon. It's like a Razor tank. I think if you look up Razor tank, you'll find this basically, which they're pretty badass. I picked a tank because I didn't know what the terrain was going to be for where Gunther's supposed to go. What is Gunther supposed to do? Well, here's the deal. I got a little story to tell you, okay? Don't I always? So, as you guys may know, I moved out to the country. And I moved into a house where I have, it's an old house. It's a 100-year-old house. I haven't done a video about it. I was going to do a video about it, but I want to get it set up and then, like, everything working, and then show the house. Or at least I want to get everything working. And I may not do that. The plan is to go home in mid-September and actually do some work on the house. So I may just start making videos of doing the work on the house. But anyway, so here's what happened. So I go to the house, get all my stuff in the house. Finally, I get recovered enough I can put electricity on the house. And I get all the electricity on the house. And the next thing is, it was right around my birthday, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stay in the house. I'm gonna set it up so I can stay in the house, because that's where my address is. It's where I live, and everything, and I can park the truck right next to the house. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set it up so I can stay in the house. Well, one of the things that's missing is water from the house. So I came in on I think a Saturday. I had to leave on Monday evening to go back to Dallas, or Monday afternoon to go to Dallas, because I had to deliver on Monday. And so I was there, and I went to go start my truck. I dug the water box out, went to go start my truck, and then we took the tool to turn the water on. So my truck's running in the background right next to the house. We turn the water on, go inside, no water at all from any of the faucets or anything, right? Which is a problem. So I go back outside, walk around the house, can't hear water running anywhere. Ugh, this is not good. Maybe that's the water main for another house. Well, the house next door or something like that, which is also what my house was abandoned. That house is also abandoned. They now belong to the same person. So my house belongs to a guy that I'm renting from, and he bought the property next door, which we're in negotiations to do something with that property. Him and I, sort of. It's a family thing at this point. I got adopted, basically, by this family out in West Texas, so it's great. Anyway, that's a whole nother story for another time. Anyway, so we're walking around this house, and we can't hear any water. So I decided that I needed to be able to go under the house and see where the water leak was, because obviously the water was leaking under the house, or we need to go under the house and inspect everything. So enter Gunther. Gunther stands for Go Under the House Robot. Capital G, capital U, lowercase n, capital T, capital H, capital R. Otherwise, it would have been Gunther, and I don't like the name Gunther, so Gunther. And that's basically what he's supposed to do. Why is he on the truck with me? Well, I made a TikTok about him. And so my uncle first, when I made him, goes, "You could use this on the truck." And I was like, what would I ever do with it on the truck? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Well, I'll tell you what. What was I gonna say? I'll play the TikTok for you real quick. You can see what he does, and then I'll tell you the rest. So, hold on. I built a robot. So anyway, another guy on the TikTok video commented about how I could use him under the truck, and I thought, well, okay, so I'll take him with me on the truck, which I have done. Now he started out with a couple of headlights on the front, not this big light bar right here, and we're gonna have to rethink this. I like the light bar, I like the taillights. They're meant for when he goes under the house. If I lose connection with the camera, I'll be able to still see him through the lights, basically the headlights and the taillights, to know which direction he's going to be able to drive him out from underneath the house. The battery pack, it actually charges the battery that's in Gunther right here while Gunther's running, so he has extra power while he's going while he's up underneath the house and everything. I've actually run him for like 3 hours at some point. You're only supposed to run this thing for about 15-20 minutes, and then you're going to need a new battery charge. But I've actually run it for about 3 hours in the house, just back and forth. And I thought it was pretty cool. But so that helps out a lot. This is a 26,000 milliamp battery, if I remember correctly. But anyway, okay. So that's why Gunther exists. He's supposed to go under the house, but I started using him under the truck, and it worked out actually quite well. Then I fucked up. So when I was adding these lights here, we plugged it in. There was a dead short in the light in the plug. After we soldered everything, put it back together, my uncle helped me, and that dead short ended up creating some magic smoke coming out of the motherboard in here inside Gunther, and so he works, but he doesn't work well anymore. And especially with the lights on, I think the lights are too much for him. So I'm gonna have to end up probably unplugging them from there and somehow wiring them into the battery directly. But he's damaged basically. So I've got another one on order And when I get home in September, I'm going to pull the motherboard in the new one out and put the motherboard in this one, since this one's been so heavily modified already, and try it and see if that doesn't help fix him more or less. This is probably not the last iteration of Gunther. I'm gonna build another one, probably a couple more after that, try to get it right. But this is kind of like the prototype for what he's supposed to do. So anyway, okay. Now that that's done, let me put him away. I'll show you guys the water tank. Okay, I'm doing this with my hand, so just, you know, deal with the unsteadiness of the camera. But let me show you the water tank right here, okay? So this is my water tank that I've put in. As you can see, it's a 16-gallon water tank. I had that base, those two pieces of wood up there as a base. They didn't really work. The truck's not, listen, the truck's not 100% clean, so forgive me. But anyway. So, yeah, anyway, so that's my 16-gallon tank. This is my, this hose that you see here comes down to this. Hey, there's Pepper. Hey, Pepper. What's going on? Oh, stretch. Oh, stretch. Oh, we're just sitting around the truck, aren't we? Wow, okay. Anyway, this is my hose, which actually stretches all the way up to my cup here, which is what I wanted. And then if you look back there, there's a switch on the wall right there that that basically turns it on and off. So it does leak, unfortunately. I'd like it to be better, but it's just not at this point. I'm thinking about a bigger tank. I'm also thinking about being able to push it back underneath the refrigerator right there, and basically set it back a little bit so that you know, it'll stick the refrigerator out a little more, but at least it'll be hidden and I can push Pepper's seat back. Because right now it pushes her seat all the way up, and although she's comfortable, she's not as comfortable as I think she could be. So anyway, that's, oh wait, one more thing. Check this out. Right here on the dashboard is a plant, and so this is a cotton plant that's growing on my dashboard. That's Iowa soil and a cotton plant from Georgia. And listen, why not? Okay, somebody asked me on TikTok, they're like, why would you do that? And I was like, why not? It's all about having fun, right? I ran a load of seed. I picked up like 4 or 5 places in Georgia over a 2-day period, and over a 2-day period basically, and ran a load of recalled seed or reclaimed seed or something like that back to Lubbock. And when I did that, I found some seed in the back of the truck, so I picked it up off the ground, and I you know, hated to throw it away, so I made myself a little planter and stuck it to the dash and put some soil in it, and I water it, and now I've got a little plant growing. So we'll see how it does. I'm not happy about the fact I'm growing cotton, but it was a free seed, so we're just gonna see how it does, and I'm gonna hope for the best at this point. But anyway, all right, that's it. There's nothing else. There's a dead cat. There's nothing else going on right now, and I will see you guys tomorrow. You know the drill. Keep shine side up. See you down the road.